All right, so now we've come to our first segment. This is a new one. We're calling this Best and Worst. So we're basically just going to list a few things, a few categories, and you're going to give us, in your opinion, the best and worst thing in that category. So you've already given us your best answer for this, but if you can give us a little more background on what you think are the best and worst sports movies of all time.
Yeah, best one is obviously Hoosiers, without a doubt. If I would have to never go back to Indiana if I ever gave a different answer, by the way. That was a bad bet. It was a bad beat.
I tried to tell him that. I did.
Gotta know better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you consider it a sports movie, but it was one that just came out. It was a basketball movie. It was just entirely of the coach being an alcoholic. It had nothing to do with sports. And I was like, this is awful. I had heard a lot about it. It's with Ben Affleck. The Way Back. That's what it is.
Okay.
The Way Back.
Oh.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Awful. So mad.
All right, so our next category. What are the best and worst shows you've watched on Netflix during quarantine?
The best show I've watched. I get hooked on drama. So the 13 Reasons Why, I really get hooked on it. I don't know why. So I would say that's probably one of the best things I've watched. The worst thing I've watched is they get I don't know if it's on Netflix, but it's like Married at First Sight or something like that. My fiance watches that a lot. I've watched it a little bit. I just couldn't get into that one.
The Love is Blind.
Yeah, that might be it too. Yeah, I've watched probably like 3 or 4 of them that are like very similar.
Yeah.
Where they just meet and they either get married or they're like engaged. It's just.
I gotta say, I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that up to the viewers, I guess.
Yeah. So best and worst food in Evanston.
Ooh. Best I've had is I'm gonna go to the barn. I love a good steak. Good spot. I've never really got into Buffalo Joe's. Never got into it. I just never could find the flavor that like suited me, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
We
Yeah.
had
That's a hot take.
We had Hunter Nicewander on here for our first episode. He was all over Buff
right?
Joe's. Loved it.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah. I can't. I don't know. I had one, but like not great experience. Food was kind of cold, and it kind of turned me off a little bit.
All right, so next category, best and worst starting point guards in the NBA today.
Best is Steph, no question. The worst. It's tough. I don't know if I have a worse one. I can't really. I have a hard time hating on a guy that's making a lot of money like that, doing what I like to do.
Yeah, very respectable choice.
All right, what are your best and worst Northwestern jerseys of all time in any sport? Good. It doesn't have to be basketball.
Yeah, in any sport, the Gothics, like those are the best ones we got. I was never a fan of the all gray like that. I just don't. I don't know. The gray just doesn't do a lot for me.
What do you think is the best senior night jersey you've seen?
Last year's, or not this, Vic and DP's, the Vancouver Grizzlies, like those jerseys are so tough.
Those were all.
Yeah.
So we know you're a big Drake fan.
Huge.
What are your best and worst Drake albums?
Best album is Take Care. That's not even a question. That's a top 5 album of all time. Worst album he's had. Thank Me Later was not great. It was okay. Wasn't great. This last one I'm not huge on, which is disappointing.
Yeah. That takes some time.
Yeah. It does take time to marinate. It does.
Okay. So out of all your Northwestern teammates on the basketball team, who is the best and worst dancer?
Sanjay's the worst dancer. Sanjay is the worst dancer. I'd say Scott, he loves to dance. He was a good dancer. AG could dance. Yeah, there's not a lot of dudes that play basketball that can't dance a little bit, except Sanjay. I was always told though, if you have to be a good basketball player, you got to be able to have rhythm. Rhythm is dancing. So that's something I always heard growing up.